In this video, I'll go over declaring an array of objects, in particular an array of circle objects. We already have the definition of the circle as well as the implementation of the circle class. Now we'll go to the main function and declare our array of circles. So the type is circle. The name of the array, let's call it C. And then let's have 4 circles in there. We can initialize the array right at the declaration. Let's say the first one has a circle of radius 3, and then the next element is a circle of radius, let's say 5. The next element is a circle using the default constructor, nothing inside the parameter. And finally we have the last element. It's a circle of let's say radius 8. So this way we have now declared and initialized an array of size 4 with elements being of the type circle. Now the question is, how do I access each element? Now, for example, to get to the first circle in this array, we'll use index 0. C of 0 is actually a circle, and using the dot notation I can, for example, call the get radius function of this circle. In fact, I can print it. I can go right in here and say std : C out, give me the radius of the circle at index 0 of this array, \n. That will return or print 3 for us. Let's try it out. And there is the value 3. We can actually create a loop, and this is what you normally would do. Integer I equals to 0, I less than 4, the size of the array I plus plus, and then print, let's say, the value of the area of each circle. So it will be std C out. Now, in order to index through the elements of the array, we'll use C brackets I, right? C of I dot will do for get area. And then follow that up with \n. So this loop basically goes through the elements of the array. They are objects of the type circle, and calls up the get area in each object. We can also, in fact, we can also initialize the circles in this array to random values. So let's say I will include the ctime header file as well as srand function times 0. I'm going to use the random number generator. Therefore, I'm going to use ctime and srand function. And here, I'm going to go through another loop, integer, same thing basically, I equals to 0, I less than the size of this array, I plus plus, but this time I'm going to call the set radius function in each of the elements of the array. So C brackets I, that's the individual elements, which is an object of the type circle, dot set radius. Let's set the radius of each one. Set it to what? Let's set it to a random number or random integer between 0 and 9. So the values are generated in there, and we can run the for loop again and print the area of the individual circle. There you go. So we'll go through a loop, we'll print the value of the area of each circle in the array as they've been initialized, then randomly change the value of radius in each object, and then compute the area again. So let's run this. And there we are. This is the output of the statement in line 9, get radius, and then 4 values for the area of the circle, and then after updating the value of radius, then the areas were computed again and printed out. So this basically demonstrates how you would create an array of objects and how you can index through individual objects in the array.